Hello students, welcome to this module. Now we are going to discuss about 14 principles of management by Henry Fayol. The 14 principles are division of labor, authority and responsibility, discipline, unity of command, unity of direction, subordination of individual interest to mutual interest, remuneration, degree of centralization, line of authority, scalar chain, order, equity, stability of tenure of personnel, initiative, esprit de corps, that is team spirit. The first principle is division of work. All work is divided into small tasks. It leads to specialization, which increases the efficiency of labor. As per these principles, the work should be delegated to a person who can do it in the best way, which results in specialization. The second principle is authority and responsibility. Authority means the right of a superior to give the order to his subordinates, which means the right to give the command and receive obedience from subordinates. Responsibility means obligation for performance. It is the duty of the subordinate to complete the task as per the command given by the authority. Discipline. It is obedience, respect of authority, etc. It is essential for the smooth functioning of all organization. Every employee has to follow organization rules and comply with the terms of employment. The fourth principle is unity of command. Each subordinate should receive orders and be accountable to one and only superior. Each employee should have only one boss from whom he or she gets orders or instructions, and the employees report to him directly easily. Fifth principle is unity of direction. There should be one plan of action for them and they should be under the control of one manager. Multiple plans really confuses his subordinates, so the manager should be specific in his plan. He should give only one plan of action for his subordinate so the works can be completed as he planned. Subordination of individual interest to mutual interest. The management must put aside personal consideration and put company objectives first. The organization interest is given precedence over interest of an individual employee. Remuneration. Workers must be paid sufficiently as this is a chief motivation of employees and therefore greatly influences productivity. Remuneration payable should be fair and reasonable. When fair and equitable wages are paid, it will definitely ensure that satisfaction and it all automatically increases the productivity. The degree of centralization. Centralization implies the concentration of decision-making authority at the top management. It depends on company size. When the top level retains authority, it is known as centralization. When there is a delegation of authority at all levels, it is called decentralization. So, they should emphasize partly centralized organization and partly decentralized organization. Line of authority or scalar chain. The principle suggests that there should be a clear line of authority from top to bottom linking all managers at all levels. This is just to avoid delays in their performance. Order. People and materials must be in suitable places at appropriate time for maximum efficiency. This is to avoid hindrance of operation and to improve the efficiency of employees. Equity. Employees must be treated kindly and justice must be enacted to ensure a just workplace. Equal attention towards all employees is essential in this case. Kind, just and fair behavior of managers towards the workers creates a friendly atmosphere between the superior and the subordinate. He must treat everyone equally. There should not be any partiality. Stability of tenure of personnel. An organization to run smoothly, personnel, especially managerial personnel, must not frequently enter and exit the organization because it will affect the productivity of business. So, stability of personnel is essential and employees turnover should be avoided. Initiative. Initiative on the part of employees is a source of strength for organization because it provides new and better ideas. Employees need to be motivated to put forward their ideas or suggestions, and it is the duty of the manager to execute them. The last principle is esprit de corps, that is known as team spirit. Team spirit helps to develop an atmosphere of mutual trust and understanding. Team spirit helps to finish the task on time. When there is a cooperation between the employees, team spirit will automatically take place. When there is a team spirit between the employees, it is easy for the organization to accomplish the goals. Thank you.